What I'd like to do is challenge you to take this book into the boardroom. So yes, that's right. Andy Frisella, you may have heard it here first, wrote a children's book series. Otis and Charlie are the two main characters. They're fashioned after his dogs that he owns. And this one's called Play to Win. Teaches kids about an important life lesson of how to accept being a loser during a game or an event or a challenge. There's winners and there's losers. And it's important to understand what to do when you're a loser, and it's okay. I've lost many times in my life, and I think if anybody's honest with themselves, they'll admit to that too. So I think this stems from a lot of debate on the participation trophy syndrome that's going around. I'm not a fan of the participation trophy, and this is important to understand from a very young age. So Andy Frisella took his valuable time to put the concepts at the child's level. Take it a step further. If it was me in the life of corporate, I would be running into my next meeting with my team or even my company if I was a CEO, and I would be reading this book to them, just as I would read to a classroom of children. That's how dynamically well this book is written. Yeah, it will lighten the mood. Everybody will chuckle and laugh. That's great, but why wouldn't you want to convey this message in the most simplistic form? People will pay attention, especially if you sit down and read them a children's book. I know you've all been in those meetings where people go on and you tune out. I will guarantee you nobody will tune out if you're sitting there reading them Andy Frisella's children's book called Play to Win. My favorite part of the book, I dog-eared it by the way, is this page. This is where Lewis the Rottweiler and Ellie are talking, and Ellie really teaches the lesson in this book. And Lewis says, "Wait," said Lewis, "are you saying that the dog I'm really trying to beat is me?" "Exactly," says Ellie. "You are the greatest competition. Playing to win just gives you the motivation to make yourself better." "I get it," said Lewis. Great content in here. I wish this was around when my son was 6 years old. I would have definitely had him read this book back to me. You know, from a sales perspective or an organizational perspective, I really would love to hear if anybody actually takes this book in and reads it to their team. I really challenge you to do that. I think you'll actually get a lot of benefit out of that, and really create a dynamic shift for your team to pay attention to the message in the book. And I want to thank you for your valuable time watching my show today. And if you enjoy this content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, it's not work, it's a lifestyle. Peace.